The temperature was nice yesterday, but I was feeling lazy. You know, when you have something to do, do it. Oh, don't don't put it off if you can. 'Cause today is freezing. But hatujambo, habari asubuhi, habari za jioni, usiku mwema, usiku vipi. Guys, wherever you are in the world, I welcome you. Welcome to the YouTube channel. This is the African Jumbie. Thank you for being here. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give the video a like, leave a comment. Today, I'm taking you to Casa Loma. Casa Loma is a historic museum in the city of Toronto. I'm taking you guys there. I'm taking you on a journey of some of the historical places in the city. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's stray together. I'll give you a little history about Casa Loma. Um, Casa Loma was built by a financier, a very wealthy guy that made a lot of money in finance in the city of Toronto. You know, Casa Loma, it's Spanish because Casa means house, Loma means hill. So Casa Loma is the house on a hill. Wow. Yeah. Let me stand here. Yes. So Casa Loma means the house on a hill, right? His name was Henry Pellet, as I remember. He made a lot of money on Bay Street. Bay Street is like our Wall Street here. He built a castle in the golden, what that area was called, you know, the like golden, what's it called? The golden era, I think, right? When a lot of castles was being built in America, you had the Rockefellers, you had, you know, they were building castles. So he decided to build a castle here, right? But at one point, guys, he lost all his money, and he ended up staying with his driver in the attic of his driver's house. But then he was able to rebuild some wealth, and then he died. The castle changed a lot of hands. Right now, I think it belongs to a trust. They turn it into a museum. There's a lot of functions here, like in the winter time, you have a lot of weddings and you have a lot of stuff happening there, right? So I'm going to take you guys, I'm going to show you guys Casa Loma. We are in Midtown Toronto, and then we're going to hit downtown Toronto. I'll show you a couple more historic buildings, and then let's try together. Guys, we're going to the castle, but I just wanted to show you there's a lot of wealth in this area, yeah? There's a lot of wealthy people, rich Torontonians who live in this area. And at the time when the castle was built, there was nothing here. That was the only resident. And because of the aesthetic of the castle, a lot of people decided to move out here. Wealthy Torontonians decided to move out here, guys. To get in this neighborhood, you have to have big pockets, big bags. Just show you a few of the houses in this area. See. So guys, this building behind me was the stable for the owner of like Casa Loma. where he have all his horses. There is a road. There is a well, this is a road, but there's a walkway that goes from the castle underground to the stables over there. So what I showed you there was not Casa Loma. This is Casa Loma right here. This is Casa Loma, guys. This was the residence of Henry Pellet. It's a Gothic style castle. The architect name was something Cox. I don't remember, but something Cox. He designed this castle for Henry Pellet. And the architect also, there's a few buildings in Toronto that he designed, but this is Casa Loma, guys. This was the residence of Henry Pellet. Like I said earlier, Henry Pellet was a financier. He made a lot of money on Bay Street, and at one time he lost all of his money, and he ended up living in the attic of his driver that took very good care of him, and he was able to recoup some of his wealth, and then he died. This castle had been through a lot of different hands, and now it is run by a trust. It's a museum in the city of Toronto. There's a lot of function happen here in the summertime. Weddings and everything happen here. Yes, guys. So Sir Henry Pellet wanted his home to be above, on top of the hill, so that he can look over that developing Toronto in the Gilded Era. So that's why he chose this spot to build his castle, to basically flaunt his wealth, to show his wealth, that he had so much money. And that was the biggest house in the city of Toronto at that time, the biggest private residence in the city of Toronto at that time. So he chose to build his house on the hill that he can look over the city of Toronto. Well, guys, this is the Flatiron building. There are two Flatiron buildings in North America, one in New York City and this one here in Toronto. This one was built in 1892, I think, or 1897. It is known as the Flatiron building, but it is called the Goodham building. It's one of my favorite buildings in the city of Toronto. This is the St. Lawrence Market, guys, an old building, old market in the city of Toronto. It's still operational. As a matter of fact, I was here a couple of days ago with my sister to buy fish. One of the best fish mangrel in the city of Toronto is in this building right here. It's a beautiful old building. So this building is an old opera house. It is now the Young People Theater. It's an old opera house in the city of Toronto, guys. Alright guys, this is St. Michael Cathedral. This church has the tallest steeple in Toronto. Look at all the details, the gargoyles. It's beautiful. So I'm just taking you guys to show you around some of the historic buildings in the city of Toronto. Amazing, guys. Directly ahead of me is the CN Tower. At one time, the CN Tower was the tallest standing structure in the world, but it was taken over by the Burj Khalifa. The CN Tower directly ahead. Okay, guys, this is important, yes? This is a 43-acre piece of land in the city of Toronto. This is Fort York. And I want to tell you why this is important. If you love history, if you are an American, you would know about this. If you are Canadian, you know about this. If you love history, you would know about this, guys. A very important battle was fought here. The War of 1812 between the British soldiers, Canadian natives, indigenous people of like Canada, military men of Canada, and the Americans, guys. The Americans wanted to capture the city of Toronto. And a great battle, the War of 1812. So when you guys hear about the War of 1812, it was fought right here. It was bloody. It was messy. This is where it was fought. Guys, I wish we could go in, but we can't because it's winter. And mostly all these places are shut down during the winter months, right? So when I'm coming back here, I have to make sure I come back in the summertime or the springtime where we can actually go into some of these places. But this is a very solemn, historic place in the city of Toronto, Fort York. I really wanted to like take you guys here. In everything that I've done today, this is the place that I really wanted to come. Unfortunately, it is closed, but it's a historical site in the city of Toronto. I am cold, but I feel good. I'm heading back home. Look at it from a different angle, right? It's covered in snow. This is it. The Wharf 1812, guys. So any American who watched my channel, any Canadians, you guys know about the Wharf 1812. So I just want to thank you guys for watching my video. I appreciate it. Please give the video a like, leave a comment, share the video. Continue sharing with me, guys. Peace and love. Bye for now. The city of Toronto, guys. The skyline. Toronto is a beautiful city, but like I said, what I don't like is all this glass building. Yes? So many glass buildings. Anywhere you turn, look at this. All glass. And to me, it has no character. Look at this, guys. Everywhere. It's just glass, 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 glass.